who the hell are these guys? What the hell is
Who
this?
the fuck are you?
What is it? Who is this shit? Like,
What the hell is this?
Then they'd like, I fucking hope someone does that. Someone fucking finds this shit. It'd be really
look, we are
funny.
literally like, for the amount of shit we do, we have an extensive multiverse crossovers.
Well,
We have canonical multiversal shit. We have all this shit, and then we're also literally nobody, and that's the best part about it. We can do it. We can do it without fear of pissing anybody off.
I don't think
And if we
care either way.
yeah, we don't give a shit either way. I just needed a butt. We didn't.
Could you fucking
Yeah, we
imagine
don't
just
get
like a Twitter thread complaining about us?
Dude, we've won. We've won.
We won.
Call out
We
post.
won.
I believe that. I want that.
With a call out post on Urgsvi.
Look, here's the thing. I honestly hope, that like David Cage gets like if David Cage, it would be my dream that David Cage would see our deviant Detroit become human deviant, but better.
That's the goal. If we get a cease and
And-
desist, that means we won.
If we got a cease and if
If we get a cease and desist, that means it's canon.
It's canon.
that means it's canon, and we've won. We've won because we brought him to his knees, and it's the
Brought him
best.
to his knees.
At that point, he has validated everything we think about him. He's such a little piss man. We hate
The
him.
piss baby piss man, just like
Piss
Homelander.
boy.
It's baby piss, man.
PP piss boy.
Piss.
Piss.
He's holding it for a while. To Homelander, right?
Yeah. Are we
About
recording this? Are we recording this?
Yeah.
Now? Is that
Yeah.
we started?
We're
out?
home.
Yeah.
Homelander. I've come to make an announcement. Homelander is a bitch ass motherfucker.
Music!
Music.
Hold on.
It's time for the girl!
Oh my
Music,
god.
this motherfucker is playing fucking Minecraft.
Hold
Oh,
on.
Okay, it's silent. Don't worry about
Hold on.
Oh, bro,
Hold on. I got it.
That's the info checker. That we're
it.
going with.
Is this really
Okay.
what we're going with?
That's Astral Chain. Why the fuck you put the death battle music?
The death battle
No,
music is actually copyrighted.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
It
is
is?
Alright, dude, this is better than. It's time for a death battle!
The original is at least the fucking old theme. 'Cause
Well,
that
no,
was,
we
like,
gotta.
wrestler.
We gotta call it something other than death battle. We gotta call it like.
We're gonna
It's time for a legally distinct death battle!
I mean, that is true. We call it the tournament of power the tournament of power.
I mean, it's not a tournament of power when we're fighting Homelander.
The gun.
The tournament of
Gauntlet.
dunking on Homelander.
Urgsvi Ultimax.
The Ultimax. I am not
We're
good
passing
at
the time right now.
Yeah, we're passing time. Okay, so
So here's the thing.
we should introduce Homelander probably first.
Yeah. I got
Let's go over Homelander's
it, I
speech.
got it.
Let's go.
Eats.
I've been thinking about this today. While I was driving.
He's ready. Mike is ready.
I had my mental script. So here's the thing.
What's your name, Mike? What's your nickname? What's your broomstick-like nickname?
You call me
He's piss and I'm broomstick.
he's shit and I'm gloomstick and I'm gloomdick. And it's our job to analyze their weapon, their durability, cock, and taste to find the cock rating.
Their durability, length, and chase for this talk battle.
Oh no!
that one where it's like, hey, bro, nice cock, and he like slaps it and it does like the door like thing.
Mike, have you
Kristen,
seen
all by
that
yourself,
video of
handsome?
Majima ranking your cock?
I have not seen
You should watch that later.
I've not seen Majima cock rating.
Kristen,
Okay,
by your-
so now obviously I'm not saying this as like a oh my god, blah, 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 but Obviously, this might find a crowd that is not used to our stuff.
Yeah, it might.
It might. You know, if
Somehow.
someone's really interested.
Very unlikely, but hey, who knows?
Yeah.
If to the current internet user falling down a fucking rabbit hole, hello.
Think
The
of it as
YouTube
like,
algorithm might pick us up and give us to fucking everyone for some reason.
see, okay. This is mostly an in joke.
Yeah.
I like power scaling a lot. Top
Yeah,
5 favorite power.
Yeah,
power scaling.
like we all love power scaling. Mike is like the king of it. He's
boner.
way better at it than everyone.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of a boner in it. Top 5. My favorite power scaling discussions, like top 5, is probably Homelander discussions because it's so fucking funny.
It's
Yeah,
so
whenever
funny.
like me and Mike, whenever I was at like Mike's place for the week, we went and took a road trip, like a 3-hour road trip, and the entire time there and back, all we did was talk about Homelander versus everyone.
And it was
That's
fucking
all
funny.
we talked about. It was the best.
Dude, it was the best. It's so funny imagining him getting the shit whooped out of him.
Just like it's so funny.
Because he's such a little shit.
He is.
He's such a little
Like-
shit who drinks fucking a dead
Who
woman's
drinks milk.
breast milk.
Yeah. No, Homelander was beefing with a baby because he was.
He was. He had
He
the
was
fucking. He was like ready to turn on the laser eyes.
He was ready to fucking scrap with that
Now-
baby.
Because Cody's here,
Yeah.
we can't reveal.
There are some things. Well, Lemon isn't on season 3.
No, I've
Yes,
Oh, he
completed
finished
it.
He finished like
What?
Damn it!
I have a
See,
shit.
not
I have a
having-
shit time of free time while working. Don't even fucking worry.
See, here's the thing. I would have finished it ages ago, but I don't have Amazon Prime Video, so.
Sorry, Carly. Sorry.
Yeah. So Lemon, I'm gonna need you to do something for me.
Let's not talk about that right here.
I'll talk about
Doing
it.
what?
We might get the boys fucking sponsorship. You don't know.
The boys sponsorship.
Yeah,
We're gonna get a VOT sponsorship.
This video is sponsored by Vought. No, it's not. Vought will kill us
Lots
for
of-
dunking on
No,
Homelander.
Urgsvi would never sell out to those
He'd
assets.
never. Also, they'd kill us because Homelander loses every fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be like,
we would lose
hey,
that
Ramses, we'd
sponsorship
like to
like
offer you a
lightning.
premium contract in the 7, and Ramses just goes, are you serious?
So, starting off, Homelander. You know him, you hate him, or you love him. I don't really care.
Yeah, I've seen way too many, like, Patrick Bateman-based edits of Homelander to, like, to have it not be, like, important like that. Like I've seen so many of, like, the Chad, like, not the Chad music, it's that one slowed down
Yeah, the
track.
Sigma male music.
Yeah, Sigma Male. Not the Giga Chad, but the Sigma Man. You get it. I've seen way too many edits of that of a Homelander doing something, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, based Homelander."
Can I just say, Anthony Starr, the guy who plays Homelander, that guy's got some fucking canines on him.
Yeah,
You got some chompers.
Asshole, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like that guy, legit, like amazing actor. But apparently everyone says like, "Oh yeah, he's like an asshole in real life."
Perfect then.
Perfect then.
Like
Yeah,
all the different boys actors are like, "Oh yeah, it's like he's the most like his character in it," and we're all like, "What? What do you mean?
What do you mean by
he's the most
that?
like his character?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?"
But anyways, Homelander, probably like the star of the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Practically.
And
Aside from Butcher.
aside
Yeah.
from Butcher. He's pretty strong in his verse, and he has a wide assortment of feats. A lot of the feats could be based off of scaling, like from other characters, what other characters could do, yada yada. So
Should also probably mention this is like show home. We don't know about
Yeah.
the
Oh,
comic.
the
We're
comic.
not doing the comic.
I mean,
have
I know-
an idea about the comics,
Yeah.
but
And I know more about the comics, but it's like,
the comics are bad.
they do not hold
Oh
up very
no,
well.
the fucking audience. Oh, we so many dislikes.
Oh no,
Also, comics are fucking.
Comics are stupid sometimes.
we're not comic book fans.
I mean, technically I am because I've read like I've read like one comic, therefore it's more than most of you.
Yeah.
I've read comics.
I just have a collection of comics. I like comics. It's just Marvel and
It's just
DC.
like the ending loses me, but that's besides the point.
Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
here to
have
talk
comics.
about why we don't like comics.
But
Yeah, we're here to talk about TV
Yeah,
Homelander getting his
yeah.
ass beat.
the two comics Homelander and show Homelander power-wise are virtually the same. They
Yeah.
don't really have much differences. Comics Homelander might be the slightest bit stronger.
Yeah. Because he has the one ability, like the Sonic one.
The Sonic Scream.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Sonic Stream, which I don't think has ever used in the show.
No,
Yeah, he hasn't.
And then like other heroes are like stronger. So like pretty much every hero can fly. Comics.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all the heroes are way stronger than they are in the show.
That is Homelander's like one unique ability. Like
Yeah.
It's flight and the
Well-
laser eyes, but even then,
no,
the
well I
laser
mean
eyes-
that fucking baby had laser eyes.
Yeah, and the baby does it like stronger. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
because it's
Possible.
his main gimmick.
Potentially.
Um.
Laser Baby is fucking funny, dude.
It's very funny.
Anyways,
I love all the variations of Laser Baby.
Homelander feats. Now,
Mhm.
for the sake of ease, I am going to be pulling some words from Versus Wiki. I don't consider Versus Wiki a credible source at all. I think
Yeah.
they're a bunch of hacks about half the time, but sometimes they have things that are like, no.
Yeah, some of their scaling is really bad.
It's pretty
Especially
bad.
their like, especially their like feats. Like, I remember I was looking at the Metro universe one. They gave Artyom radiation manipulation because he has a gas mask and is resistant to radiation when he has it on, which is not how that works.
That's not how that works. Seems
Or
resilience
I
is-
think it was Little Nightmares, which Mono has light manipulation because he has a flashlight. Which no,
that's not how that works.
Uh,
No.
it's equipment, not a power set.
Gear does not count as a power set, and also resistance is not manipulation.
Yeah, resistance and equipment are not manipulation.
In the abilities section, they really like put in everything. but,
Yeah.
Like, things that don't necessarily require. And then there's some cases where the scaling's really wrong. And then consistency is kind of off between two things. And like Toneri and Naruto the Last can slice a hollow moon in half, so he's moon level plus. Roshi, who is still debated to be moon level, is only moon level.
Or the insanity that is trying to scale, like, trying to put the entire Megami Tensei franchise into one power scaling thing, which is a bad idea. Lucifer
Point
changes
is,
power.
Versus Wiki takes everything for granted. They take everything they say. They take everything. They take everything at face value. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
Everything
show
at face value and
you
everything for granted.
do, even if it doesn't make sense. It's like, wow, why can this character apparently move hypersonic speeds if we're in Yakuza? You know
Yeah.
what? Whatever. So long as they honestly, I've grown to the point where it's like, if they can provide a calc for it, then I'll believe them. Because
Yeah.
because then I'm just like, well, I'm not smart enough.
I wouldn't fucking. I don't believe. Like I think the couch shit's stupid. I don't fucking believe a bunch of people on the internet.
I'm not
did the
good at
fucking-
math,
Did their math
so-
right? I don't believe them.
I
I mean,
believe math.
It's peer reviewed in Versus Wiki, which I'm not saying.
Yeah. Oh, peer review. Oh, it's such a reliable peers.
But if they have a calc for it, then I'm just gonna take their word.
They at
for it.
least-
Like, yep.
I mean, if they had the calc, they at least gave like a millisecond more effort.
I don't do calcs. I work purely off of feats because I do not know math and I do not care enough to figure it out.
I am brain dead. I cannot do math, so
I can do math. I just don't have patience to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Homelander
Something
feats.
narrative.
Homelander feats. So obviously we know his powers. He's got flight, super speed while flying.
the Superman's skill set.
He's got only like half of Superman's skill set.
And he has X-ray
Yeah.
vision. He's got hearing. However, his X-ray vision is stopped by zinc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a weird pull, but I guess.
I mean, Superman's is too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I figure it would have been something
It
like
was lead.
foil would have been better.
It's lead.
Yeah, Superman's
But then, yeah.
Well, still, it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
It's still like a similar weakness.
So, in terms of durability feats, he should be stronger than Queen Maeve. Like, he should be better than Queen Maeve, who, episode 1, stepped in front of a fucking speeding vehicle assuming that
Yeah.
speed was 70 miles per hour. It was a giant armored fucking van. She took no damage from it. That was like.
In fact, she didn't move at all. She did not move
No,
at
she
all.
basically
Yeah.
just acted as like a giant stop
Concrete pillar, like a
Yeah,
giant concrete
yeah.
pillar.
Yeah.
She went through the armored van into the back of the van, which means she went through the engine block of that thing.
She did. We saw it. We saw her go through it.
Yeah, we saw her go not only through the armor plating on the armored car, but also the straight up engine, the solid engine block going into the back of the armored car. Did not move an inch. Did not
Yeah.
take a scratch on her.
Didn't even
And
flinch.
Homelander is most likely higher than that.
Way
Yeah.
quicker. A-Train was able to pull several train cars at once. When
While injured.
while injured. Because of compound beam. Now, he should
Mhm.
absolutely be stronger than A-Train. So that's a pretty good feat, just pulling 3 train cars on some Mr. Incredible shit.
Yeah,
his
like,
laser
what was
eyes
it like?
look
Like
pretty-
the train, like not the train, the plane one, where it's like, oh yeah, you think I can do this? I'm super fine, and he sort of like brushes it off about why he can't lift the plane, but he can absolutely lift the plane.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that he can brush it off why he can't lift it. It's like maybe I could lift it on solid ground, but we're in the fucking air. I would just fucking go, like tear
Sheer
right
right
through the
through it.
plane. Yeah.
So, absolutely could have, absolutely could have done it. Like just on a different circumstance, he could have lifted that plane with ease.
Speaking of planes,
That is what like told me like, oh yeah, this motherfucker isn't anywhere near Superman. Because Superman could do that with a fucking finger.
Yeah.
well, Superman does it. This is the whole thing.
Because
Like,
he's kind
This
of got a
whole
weird,
thing-
like, like weird telekinetic field sort of thing, like tectonic field.
Like one of like the whole thing with Homelander is that like he's the strongest person in his verse, but his verse's power ceiling is not exactly like incredibly high, like super incredibly high.
Yeah, like his versus power ceiling is very like down to earth and human like.
Yeah, because
he's a
the main
god
characters
among
are
reality.
humans. Yeah, the main characters are humans, and like Huey nearly got straight up killed by
A TV.
no, what was his name? Huey nearly got killed by what's his name? The
Translucent?
stretchy arm guy.
Ezekiel.
Keith.
Ezekiel, that was what it was. Because Ezekiel was just about to choke his ass out and just like
Yeah.
crush his windpipe, and his entire just ability was just being able to stretch.
Yeah.
And like
the thing is like I'm pretty sure that supers in that universe also like get the whole suite of like just like
super strength,
super durability, all that
Yeah,
shit.
they do.
that is true, considering that Starlight took a
50,
I think it was a 50 BMG round straight to the chest, and
Yeah.
she got and she was knocked out. She was on the ground, being like,
It like knocked
"Holy
the air
shit!"
out of her, but still.
Yeah, and
It's
like
the
she got
equivalent of
better.
getting punched really hard.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of getting the wind knocked out of you so hard you fall down on the ground,
Mhm.
gasping
Yeah.
for air, and that's really
Like-
it.
Like basically just a punch to the chest is what it did to her.
I mean, hell, Starlight is capable of lifting up the back end of a car and punching
Yeah.
a hole in concrete.
Yeah.
Yes. A-Train, like A-Train can run so fast they can vaporize people, which also means he has the durability to do that, or else it'd just be mutual vaporization.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That is the
A-Train-
first thing we see A-Train do.
Yeah.
That is the first thing we see any soup do.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's the third thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, third thing, because Maeve and Homelander were there first.
Oh yeah, Maeve and Homelander were there, and then A-Train shows up.
And then A-Train fucking destroyed.
Can't stop the A train, baby.
Can't stop the A-Train, baby!
Like,
I love like A-Train memes where it's just put
Happy
A-Train at the
couple.
end of anything.
yeah.
It's like a happy couple and an A train AMV.
But yeah, speaking of planes from earlier, Homelander's laser vision can cut right through a plane. That's pretty impressive. It isn't like
Yeah.
insanely impressive.
Yeah, to be fair, planes are basically paper mache.
Yeah, so that was also, it was not like a full 747 or anything. It was a twin jet,
Yeah, private.
like basically just like a private puddle jumper. That's really all it is.
Yeah. Which is like that's good, but it's not like
It's not. It doesn't have sheer like size. Like the fact, like the whole like size and weight of it is a lot less, which I guess you could argue makes it have less durability, which probably.
For
Yeah.
comparison, I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering this wrong. In Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, fucking Demon Slayer Tanjiro. They aren't. Demon Slayer isn't that strong of a verse, mind you. They aren't that strong of a verse.
I mean, they're better than humans.
Yeah, they're definitely better than
Tanjiro
humans. Like,
can cut a train car in half.
Yeah.
I feel like that's infinitely more impressive than cutting a plane in half.
yeah, I don't know, like the whole. I don't really know Demon Slayer all that much. I do know that Zenitsu has like, I'm pretty sure it's like, it is just straight up like lightning level like speed. Considering
Later
he was able to. What was that?
Later in the game, he does.
Yeah, because I remember he was like, that whole like quick draw like Yaido shit that he's able to do, is able to like outspeed basically anything, like so far I believe, at least from what my buddy has told me. My bowling buddies are really into it, and he's just told me, so I'm hearing all this secondhand. But
Going on over. Then going back to Homelander. In terms of speed, Homelander might actually be faster than A-Train in terms of like over distance speed.
because A-Train can certainly like at times it's basically teleportation.
A-Train isn't the Flash.
He's not the Flash. That is a
The
very,
Flash
very
is like a whole thing, but like he's not the Flash because the Flash is always faster than Superman, even though Superman could just fly and just not have to deal with it.
It's like Homelander can maintain speed a lot longer. He's been said to like.
A-Train is faster over like a really small distance because I mentioned this to Mike when you weren't here, Cody. But what A-Train, you know how like whenever they're trying to like fucking blackmail Homelander, they're holding up the evidence right in front of him, and he never just like grabs it really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Homelander never does that, but A-Train does that all the time.
Yeah.
So like over like a small distance, he's faster for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like when it comes down to pure like speed and reaction feats, it's definitely A-Train. But if you're going for like travel speed, then like it's definitely Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering A-Train's top recorded speed was during that race, and that was just barely above like the speed of sound.
He was also on V.
He was on Compound V, which was the reason why he was able to even like go above speed of sound. Meanwhile, like Homelander does break the sound barrier a bunch.
He does.
Whenever he
does.
He said he broke the sound barrier as a child.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's also Homelander. I don't believe him.
As a child, it's kind of dubious. We have no evidence.
I don't believe him.
Hey, Homelander, can you back it up with a source?
Yeah, sources I made it the fuck up and then shoots you.
But one speed feat for Homelander, though, is that while the explosion was happening in Madeline Swillwell's place, Homelander was able to grab Butcher and outrace the explosion so fast that Butcher didn't have a scratch on him.
Yeah, so keep in mind this, by the way. Homelander brought the baby downstairs. I don't think he was actually holding the baby while the thing went off, because he grabbed Stillwell with both shoulders and then lasered her.
I think the baby's dead.
No, I remember seeing somewhere that the baby.
No. In the first episode of the second season, they say it's like, oh yes, for some reason, the baby was found like a couple of yards away from the house, like perfectly unharmed. So Homelander had time to, while standing in front of Stillwell, the explosion goes off. Explosion force is above the speed of sound, I believe. Yeah, explosion speed is way above the speed of sound. Homelander not only grabbed the baby, grabbed Butcher.
It was like right next to the explosion.
Yeah, right next to the explosion. They were all right next to the explosion, like ground zero. Grabbed the two of them, and then flew out of there before, like, any of them got a scratch on them. Which
not even-
what could be said that A-Train could absolutely do that as well.
For
Yeah,
sure,
like
probably.
Starlight's-
Yeah.
He
because
could
Starlight's
definitely
like
do
beams,
that.
because Starlight's beams were like
If he was on
frozen for him and his full speed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Starlight's beams aren't speed of light, even though they're made of light.
No. Well, they aren't made of light. They emit light.
They emit light. They are not speed of light.
It's like the light on lightning is speed of light. 'cause it's
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, like lightning is not speed of light, but it gives off light.
Yeah, because
Like on Mike's
lightning isn't even 1%.
Something plasma, something.
It's some bullshit like that.
It's light emitting plasma. Whatever that is.
So,
Homelander and Queen Maeve have shown to no cell gunfire.
yeah, no, like literally, like it doesn't even affect it. It just plinks right off like it's.
There's a bit where fucking they're like stopping like some generic crime.
No. It was a I remember it was like there was a guy shooting from on top of a skyscraper.
There's a bunch of dudes with guns on top of a skyscraper. They go in for my favorite part about it is that they see Homelander and Queen Maeve. They put up their hands.
One guy.
Yeah.
One guy. It's
No,
literally
there was
one guy.
more than one guy.
Yeah, there were.
Were there?
Yeah.
Pretty sure there were.
I remember because the guy put their hands up and then got lasered immediately.
No.
Point is that Homelander picked up the gun that he had and just said, "All right, make it self-defense," and just shot Queen Maeve, and she was just kind of looking like
She stood there like or like whenever Homelander was in the what's it called, the was it just straight up in Iraq? I think it was just in Iraq. And he was like doing like a raid, and a bunch of the guys there, like the insurgents, like shot at him like in the back, and he just turns around and he's like, "Are you serious?
Really?
You really try that?
Really serious?"
You seen
more
this shit?
props for Homelander. Some more durability props.
Mhm.
Black Noir. Black Noir goes in, does a raid against that new supervillain Nikib.
Mhm.
He walks into the room. Nikib looks at him, and he fucking explodes. It was like a explosion that encompassed the entire like portion of the building they were at. It could be seen from outside. And after the dust settles, he looks up. Black Noir unflinchingly is just fine.
Mhm.
Like he got damaged, but he's fine.
Yeah, like
And he
because
killed instantly.
yeah, because like half of his body was like scorched off.
Not really half, more like a quarter.
Yeah, and he was just fine. 'Cause he
And
just-
there's a question to bring up here. How much of that scorching was already inflicted past the damage, and what that done just now?
Shush.
yeah, it's up for debate. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know in specifics, like especially like halfway through season 2.
Basically, he was fine.
Yeah, basically it doesn't matter that much. He's fine.
Yeah, and Homelander should be way better than that.
Mhm.
Especially considering he can outspeed that.
Mhm.
So, any more feats you guys have for Homelander?
Let's see.
I think we got.
Can we quantify the level of his laser vision?
I don't.
Like
It's like narrative laser vision. It's like as strong as it needs to be.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, do we have like a strongest feat that it has?
Plain, basically.
Yeah,
it really is it.
the plane feat is kind of like the strongest feat that it has.
Because the rest of it he does is just like laser through people, and they're like meatbags, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that would. I like. I see my level of scaling. I'm not patient enough to do calcs and shit. So what I do is I eyeball it. And whenever he sliced through that, plane, that looked like a building level feat.
Probably
Mm-hmm.
around there somewhere.
Yeah. I eyeballed it. Yeah, you guys got any more feats for Homelander?
Doesn't that come to mind?
No. Yeah, nothing.
Now let's get into some anti feats. Not really anti feats, but some weaknesses that
See.
Homelander has.
Yeah.
Well, anti-heat failures, shortcomings.
Homelander's failures. Yeah.
Homelander's failure. So,
The little piss baby bitch.
this little piss baby bitch. He's very mentally unstable.
He's pretty easy to manipulate.
Really, mental fortitude, basically zero. Like I believe that like if a character has like a hypnosis effect, Homelander just instantly like done. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that time that like Luffy was going up against that one. Was it like I forget what it was. I forget what her name was. Miss All something, but
Django.
no. It was Luffy versus Django, and the one when Mr.
Miss
Three was turning into
Golden Week.
Golden
Oh,
Week.
Golden
That was
Week,
what it was.
yeah.
Where she like paints like a sigil, like paints like a kanji on like some paper, and then Luffy must attack it. And his mental fortitude is so low that Luffy auto sells everything. Like she auto sells Luffy. Same thing with Homelander. I think Homelander's mental fortitude is so low that any psychic based
Any woman with tits that may milk.
any charm based
Mommy
attack,
milkers.
any charm based attack, any like psychic based attack, any hypnosis based attack, instantly no sells them. Like
Well, yeah. Also, like say, Homelander, he's not stupid. He's smart.
Yeah.
he's not stupid, but he's not a tactician.
He hasn't shown any like intelligence feats that really puts him at the level that he thinks that he is.
Yeah.
He's a master
Also-
manipulator, but
But-
he's also a master at getting manipulated.
Yeah.
He's not stupid. He ain't smart.
I wouldn't
Saying
call.
that,
I wouldn't call him a master manipulator.
Well, I mean,
He's a
like
master at
not really
threats.
master manipulation. He master at threats that in that way of manipulation.
Yeah, leverage.
He leverages people. Like he does blackmail, like with A-Train. There's a lot of stuff that he does to just like strike fear into people, which is mostly his way of manipulating them.
Some other stuff.
Another thing, no combat training.
No.
Zero.
He's just like doing this, like, what was it? Like in the actual like Omni-Man versus Homelander fight, Omni-Man is like you don't know how to throw a punch, and I think that perfectly encapsulates it. Like he's lecturing on his form. It's like, oh yeah, I have to twist with the punch or some shit like that.
Like the only training he's ever gone through is like PR training.
Yeah.
Homelander lives life in cardboard world. He
yeah,
doesn't have any
and
training. He isn't trained. He doesn't have any skill.
He's also
There's no
very over reliant on his laser eyes.
Yeah.
yeah,
So like the second that like it like, if something just is able to like live it, then he's like, what the fuck do I do? I have to fight now.
like he has no discernible technique. All of his technique is just brute forcing it until it works. Like whenever he kills like people, he's just kind of punching them or crushing them, or like that one guy who he just like pushed his fist through his chest.
Yeah, or just laser.
He's not manhandling them by flying around them. Like
That is a pretty good
Snapping.
strength feat. He can't donut people with these.
he can donut people, but he has zero technique. He comes up with anything with durability, and he's just
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything.
That is here's the here. It's time for a Lemon's cinematic corner. You know how like superhero movies actions is always like jump cut punches.
Yeah.
In a way that's kind of appropriate for superheroes because they don't have some of them not like Captain America or anything, but especially here in The Boys, that form of fighting is appropriate because they're not at all skilled. So the camera has to make it look incredible. So like we're kind of looking at it and like whoa, like we're the audience, you know?
Yeah.
like that is just something to be said about the Supes. They kind of don't have that much skill. They're just using raw talent.
Yeah, it's like not really talent, more just ability.
Yeah,
It's natural.
Like,
Queen Maeve trains.
Queen
Yeah,
Maeve
Queen Maeve
train,
does
which is
train
why
because
she can
she's-
beat the shit out of Homelander for
like the
real.
only
It's like
power that she got was like the standard strength, durability,
Yeah.
like
It's like
athletics. She doesn't
Like,
have a
Maeve
power like Homelander where she can fly or like shoot laser vision.
She does
Yeah,
have
like-
more. She is more durable than the other supes, though.
Yes.
It's like Maeve trains, and A Train is at the very least he's an athlete.
It really is just like a dumbed down version of both Wonder Woman and Superman. And the Flash. It's like a dumbed down version of all the popular superheroes like that.
Yeah.
Like Maeve and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has like the lasso of truth and shit, but
Mhm.
like as far as I know, she doesn't have any actual powers, rather than just being like peak human physique.
And she can fly.
Well, she's
Yeah.
far beyond human physique. She's just really. She's
Yeah,
also-
far beyond that. Far beyond that. It's just
Yeah, demigod.
yeah, demigod shit.
Peak
Anti-
superhuman physique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Homelander. Yeah, there's no battle IQ. He can't really, in a situation where he has to fight, he just kind of
Mhm.
throws his fists and hope it works. And if it doesn't work, what do you do?
Yeah.
It's like
Then he
has like
lasers.
he has like a 3-step flow chart.
Laser. Laser.
You can really see it in a fight wherever he ever struggles.
We can't say it.
You could see it on his face. The flow chart, like losing.
Yeah. He has a flow chart. On top of that,
He has been technically not defeated, but taken out of action for a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name who could use the really powerful telekinesis?
Yeah, it's Kimiko's brother.
Kimiko's
I
brother.
forgot
I don't
his
know if
actual
yeah.
name.
I don't
think he ever
remember
actually had a name.
Kenji.
Kenji.
Yeah.
Whenever, because like Butcher distracted him long enough, and then just like, hey, how about you get a load of this? And then Kenji comes out and just pushes down as Homelander looks up and gets like thrown through the floor.
No, he
by
didn't get thrown
the-
through the floor, and he just like
He got crushed by like debris. Yeah, debris on the train.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they were both chunks of concrete and a train. I forgot about the train. I just thought it was chunks of concrete.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
like,
he got pushed
wasn't
down
capacity-
into the ground.
He was fine from it. He wasn't injured, but he had to get at it. But he had to dig himself out. And
Yeah,
it took,
it's a delay. It's immobilizing him. He can be immobilized by that. It's not exactly gonna hurt.
Mhm. So yeah. On top of all that, he's just a little guy. He's a little.
He's
bitch.
just a little guy.
He is like
This little guy.
like as soon as one thing happens, like if something holds up to his like laser vision or to his strength, he's like, oh, what the fuck?
He's also super short-tempered too. So like,
Yeah, he's easily to berserk, and then he will think even less rationally.
Yeah.
yeah, he just wants to kill. And against some opponents, it can be bad.
That me.
It's
Some point, it's
really
some-
bad.
He's also very full of himself. Like say for example, can you really imagine if Homelander were to get punched and like bruised? Like that would fucking like scar him for life. Pretty much.
There's a
Yeah.
bit in a Super Eye Patch Wolf video. I think you've seen it, Cody, probably maybe, where he's talking about do you know those like fake martial artists?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, the Steven Seagal one. Where
Yeah,
Steven
the
Seagal-
one where like he like pauses the video and he's like, if you look at his face right here, you can see that this is the feeling of a man who's like been hit in the face for the first time ever.
Yeah, like what was it? Like the father of modern judo when he was like 60
Yeah.
went to like fought Steven Seagal, and Steven Seagal was like, "Oh yeah, I'll use my Aikido or whatever," and then like, and then the guy just put him in a headlock and apparently made him piss himself.
Experience human violence for the first time and is just stunned.
And that's just kind of Homelander. No one ever fights back against him. So like, if someone were to fight back against him, he really doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, fight back and also deal damage.
Yeah, like Homelander probably doesn't have a whole lot of pain resistance because
Yeah, that's the thing. The less you take damage, the less pain resist you're gonna have. Yeah, and especially like the stronger an opponent Homelander faces, and the quicker he gets his ass beat, the more he starts to lose because he starts to panic more and starts to get worse. With the exception of if like say like something that is like so like demeaning to him gets a single hit off, or at least starts gaining ground, then he's like, "Aw, shit!" Like imagine Rufus, that little gnome elf looking dude. And if Rufus got a single scratch in it, he'd be like, "What the fuck? Are you serious? This asshole gnome got a scratch off on me."
There are some like characters out there that would just like crush Homelander's soul that he gets fucking demolished, like fucking baby Broly in
Yeah.
the original Broly.
Kid Goku would be especially demeaning because he's a fucking little monkey boy.
It's a
He's a
monkey
child.
child. It's a monkey child who can fly. What is
You are a
this?
He
child!
can't fly yet. He hasn't learned that, so it's even worse.
He's
And
only
like, like Kid Goku fucking power pulls into the moon and he suffocates.
Some other anti-feats are I don't know. I was gonna mention some comic shit, but statements real quick.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
So there's the statement that
the infamous one.
the infamous statement that Homelander can survive all human weapons known to man.
Yeah,
Which isn't
that
fucking true at all.
it's not
That
true.
is a lie.
It's really not true.
That is a lie in both comics and the TV show.
Yeah, it's absolutely bot propaganda.
Yeah.
Absolutely vile propaganda.
And like the other secondary feat, where it's like, where they stated that they had to keep a thermonuclear bomb shot to him during his childhood until they could trust him, and people mistake that for him being able to take that. No, that would have vaporized
That's
him.
a dead man switch. That's a dead man switch right there.
Yeah.
He goes off. He goes off. Get that fucking demon out of here.
Yeah. The reason why they have that, the reason why they don't do that is because that's a lot of collateral damage. We got to find a different method.
Yeah, it's also probably like it's definitely VOD propaganda. Also, especially if like they're worried about other nations trying shit. It's like, hey, we got Homelander. He survives all human weaponry, ain't that
Yeah.
right, Homelander? Like,
Yeah.
he's like the he's like what Metal Gear tried to be, the ultimate nuclear deterrent.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, except it's untrue.
Yeah. Like, look at season, like, to keep it vague for Cody, for anyone who thinks like, you know, oh, he can still take it, it's like, look at the end of the comics and look at season 3.
Unless you think that Black Noir Homelander can punch harder than a nuke, and he was able to literally punch Homelander's jaw off, unless you think he can punch harder than nukes, then
yeah, like
yeah.
the only thing that really stops people from just like nuking Homelander in the sense like that,
it's pure collateral.
It's pure collateral.
It's pure collateral and Fallout.
And he likes to
not
put hostages.
Yeah, he's just not worth it yet.
In a world versus Homelander scenario, if we really needed it done,
the man lives in New York. Like, you can't just drop a thermonuclear warhead on New York.
Well, you can.
I mean,
it would be a better.
We wouldn't miss anything really.
Yeah,
not really.
No.
A worthy sacrifice, I feel.
I mean, the French would be a little mad. French would be a little pissed because we destroyed the Statue of Liberty, gift from France, and all that shit.
Yeah, Frenchie would be angry.
French, you'll get over it.
They'll get over it. They can build a new one.
He'll get over it.
He's got his Asian mute wife.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's really all about him.
Yeah.
He's pretty strong, pretty fast. Overall, he's pretty decent. However, if you take away that surviving every weapons in like known to man statement, then
it falls apart.
It really falls apart. So this is where we go into our stuff.
Yeah, it's like Homelander is really strong for his universe. However, his universe is mostly human, which
we're gonna have to explain all of our characters.
No, fucking let him flounder.
Yeah. Listen, Dude Bro's gonna be easy to explain. Somewhat.
Yeah.
My idea is basic plot, basic synopsis of the group, and the setting that they're in, and explain the general like abilities of their powers, and then like go into detail about the things that they have each that could explicitly fuck up.
And in some cases, like for example, depending on a well-known system, like they're a D&D character, so
they're a Chronicles of Darkness or a Monster of the Week or a Shadow.
Exactly.
So starting off, we're getting into. So we have Dude Bro, or in universe.
Also, quick interlude. Adam, like, Adam is encountering the same problems.
yeah.
He says like, oh, he has to go get gas. ETA extended. It's like in the Resident Evil Mercenaries whenever you crush like one of the orbs, and then like the helicopter's like, we're experiencing some BOW turbulence here. It'll be a couple more minutes until evac, and then like you get more time to score up points.
So, obviously, there's D&D, our first ever campaign. We mainly do tabletop. Is Dude Bro, however, fished in universe they would be called Passion. These guys are D&D characters, obviously a fantasy setting taking place in the Forbidden Lands, Forbidden Realms is what it was. Technically, not really.
Forgotten Realms, I think.
Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, it's D&D, but it's.
Here's the thing: a lot of people know about D&D. They're strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all stronger. They're not just like sword medieval peasants.
Yeah.
No,
Like, that's like the initial.
People know about
Like,
D&D.
Yeah, people like when people first think of D&D, they think of like Lord of the Rings, but it's like, the Lord of the Rings party with the exception of Gandalf is like they're like level 5 at most.
At most, yeah.
People know D&D. We take pride in these guys. They're pretty
We
damn
do.
strong.
They're god level.
Our
They have fly pods,
campaign,
yes.
the Gold Passion campaign was a mixture of Princes of the Apocalypse and Tomb of Annihilation.
Yep.
And with a bunch of homebrew stuffed in. So we did
Doomfall.
and Doomfall at the end.
I believe that's
That was DLC.
That was DLC,
That was DLC.
which is its own thing. So the main thing with Gold Passion is that they are like legit god killers.
Yeah.
Like whenever they fought Yansi Bin's summoning into the world caused the Citadel to rise up into the sky.
Yeah.
Yes, and he also could look at Billy, take all the wind out of his lungs, and immediately body him. He got better.
The existence of magic just like props them up a lot.
Yeah.
There's no magic in the boys. They're all fucking like Nazi serumed.
They're mundane.
Yeah.
They're mundane.
They're mundane.
They're juiced. They're all in total pretty strong. Like to list off some general feats, because one thing that power scaling in tabletop is a little difficult.
It's weird, yeah.
Like
whenever you can't see, like, bam, oh my god, explosion! This thing just blew up an island.
Yeah,
or
yeah. A lot of it is like relying on the DM and their descriptions.
Yeah, relying on the DM and their descriptions as well as like the actual damage it does, but even then the damage is its own weird.
It's just a number and it's a weird fucking.
There's also cases such as like it's so much easier to look at a page and go, Naruto dodged a speed of light move, or all right, fucking Merlin, you see literal light coming towards you, you dodge it.
You dodge it.
Like it feels cheaper to just describe it like that.
Yeah.
But I digress. And a lot of our scaling for our tabletops are like probably about like 70 to 90% of our scaling is mostly done through like kind of lore scaling, in that the characters around them have listed lore that like say like Dingle Bob the Destroyer is able to blanket the sky in fire, and we were able to body him equally.
So like the main thing. That's the main thing with
the sky with fire.
That's the main thing with Chronicles of Olympus, is that a lot of like because we're going off of the Percy Jackson series and their listed feats.
We'll get there.
But we'll get there. Also, it is to be noted that the Gold Passion Party, they were fighting on a higher level than was even in the book. Like the Osrak that we have could mollywop the Osrak from the actual books.
Yeah, it was modified.
Because we were too strong. We were too strong for the original Osrak, and plus the original Osrak was really lame. But here's some general feats for all of Gold Passion. At level 7, not even half the level that they were whenever they went to the Doom Vault. Not even half the level that we're talking about then, which is level 15. They were lightning timers because they performed a lightning reversal. They literally looked at lightning, reacted to it, manipulated a body part or power in a way to take that lightning into whatever they're doing in order to redirect it as more damage.
Yeah. The Avatar strat.
They did lightning reversal.
Yeah,
They were
every
timers in fucking. They were lightning timers during like level 7, not even level 10.
this also includes like Saldia and Undrill, who are at a lower power level than us, but still quite strong.
I don't know. But there's also the case of at level 9, pretty soon after that, without Ranzeth, without Hensel, we're able to take out Yansi Bin in what is equivalent to less than a minute in game.
Yeah. Granted, there was a lot of people.
There's a lot
There
of
were a
people.
lot.
They
There
did-
were a lot.
Still
They
did
did
it
jump
at
a god.
level 8.
But
at level 9, I believe.
it wouldn't be the last time we would face a god level threat.
Um,
And also
there's
they
a
also
lot
fought.
of meta too.
They also fought Wolf Reigler without Ranza.
Yeah, that's true. Fought Wolf Rygor without Ranzeth.
Also had a god. Like,
There's a very important thing there, bro. That is that guns in D&D are statted and they're kind of weak.
They are kind of weak. And
Like
that
Arcane Hunter
does
or-
mean that they can dodge firearms.
easily. They've been. It's
They
not,
can
even,
dodge it easy.
it's not even a question. They were dodging lightning. Lightning is like 300 to 1,000
Yeah.
times faster than sound. But their lightning timers substantially faster than anything Homelander could ever hope to achieve.
Yeah.
There's also certain cases like kind of like going off a little bit of Versus Wiki. They give Yansi Bin faster than light because he's stronger than regular D&D characters. And there's this is like a D&D meta because there's a 3.5 spell that is literal light and people can dodge it at like level 6. And like technically they'd be comparable, but it's like a whole it's like faster than like dude bro meta question mark
Yeah.
question mark.
It's weird.
Yeah, they could be faster than light easily. Massively.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially after the epilogue in which they reached level 20.
Yeah,
but
like, especially now, they could mollywop Yansi Bin solo.
Yeah.
Ran-
they just don't have
Ranza-
any feats. That, like,
Ranza literally became a fucking patron.
yeah, they just don't have any feats that like back up that they are faster than light.
Yeah.
Like in universe. But they can easily be faster than FTL massively. Whatever. And they also have Yansi Bin as island level because he should be comparable to the fire god Imix, who was able to render any biome that he's in into a desert. And again, with a team of people, they were able to beat that at level 9. So really, really says a lot. There's also another meta which I was thinking about in the car while I was doing deliveries today. It's like, universal dude bro meta? And like obviously this is just complete fucking speculation. This is not even like actually real. But Azeroth's Blade of Disaster was specifically taking a universe-sized dimension and putting it in the sword.
That is true.
Yeah.
And then slapping us with it. So
Technically speaking.
technically, we would have universe durability, which would be universe attack potency, be like universe level. Obviously, that's insanely contentious,
Yeah.
but it's not impossible. We would obviously not like consider it in like a normal scenario, but if we wanted to highball.
Yeah, if we wanted to highball, we could do that, but
But even then, even with that, they beat Azeroth.
Yep.
As
Who has
common-
canonically
a thousand-
fought and killed gods.
Yeah, canonically fought and killed gods. We've fought and killed a god, but
Yeah.
he's fought and killed gods. Azeroth has 1,000 HP, a comical number of HP in D&D,
Comical.
They still beat that. Gold Passion.
Yes,
Isn't that more than a Tarrasque?
That's way more than a Tarrasque.
Way
Tarrasque
more.
A
is
master.
676.
Yeah, a master level magic user.
Yeah, master level magic user. Yeah. Fucking a Tarrasque, which is kind of contentiously considered continental to multi-continental because of its fucking destructive capabilities against objects. Yeah, Asarak embodies that. Gold Passion should embody that. A Tarrasque, which is viewed as the most powerful creature in D&D, doesn't compare to Gold Passion and Asarak, the Unkissable. So that's something to think about. But other than that, those are like the general level feats. Some specific feats, they could all beat Homelander at level 7 because they're lightning timers with them. They're substantially faster.
Also, during the Doom Vault thing, we beat Kazagul.
Yeah.
And he
didn't have 1,000, but he had almost 1,000. He had like
mechanically was stronger. Like it was pretty rough.
We
for a
fought
little
the
bit there.
equivalent of 9 demi-liches stacked on top of each other.
That is rough.
Was it like 12 demi-liches stacked
Yeah.
on top of like a trench cut?
Like lore-wise, Osrock is definitely stronger because he has multiversal feats and has all this other shit that's going on. Lore-wise, that we just didn't see in the actual battle.
Mhm.
We're spending too long on this.
Yeah, too
Point
long.
is, dude, bro, very strong. Like kind of like to give specific specifications. Davcool has teleportation. He's never dealt with teleportation before. Hensel has a wide array of magic abilities. Norix is Norix. He's capable. He's a paladin and a sorcerer.
Yeah,
Ranzeth
he can burn all of his levels to smite, which is holy energy, which I don't think Homelander has a resistance against.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ranzeth has flames that burn the soul. Billy, Fang, and Vic are really good at their monster hunting job. Valcon is Valcon, which is really fun.
Valcon is Valcon. Valcon, I think, wins the quickest because he has that one spell that, like, it's a mental spell that does, like, psychic damage. which
Vicious
immediately
mockery.
Vicious mockery.
No, hold on.
You just dunk on him.
I can pull up the
die.
sheet right now, but
I think we'll go on though.
yeah.
It's like a hound. He has a lot of like mental skills.
He does have Vicious Mockery,
He's a bard.
but the thing I was looking for
One of
was
the
Phantasmal Killer, which does a shit ton of psychic and
Oh,
uses
yeah.
your greatest fear against you.
Oh no!
Oh,
And it's
It's dad. There's parental issues.
his mommy issues.
but it's a lot of psychic damage.
Going on, we have the PC. This is all PCs, man.
Yeah.
This is the princesses, the characters in Battles of Justice and Despair. The Princess the Hopeful System, which is a fan-made source book of Crawl to Darkness 2nd edition, which is another edition of Darkness.
We don't need to explain this. Just let them flounder. Let them drown.
I'm giving them a synopsis.
Yeah, just so we're not those
No,
guys.
no, fucking
Figure it out.
no. Let's be the weirdos.
Be weirdos.
We're being weirdos right now.
What do you mean you've never heard of Talia Trains?
But the princesses all suffer from one thing, and that's content freeze, in which we haven't really seen them do anything in a while.
Yeah.
But overall,
Especially Hiroka. Hiroka, I think, loses right now because she doesn't have any feats.
most of them lose. Because they're really grounded, and feats-wise, they don't have a whole lot going for them. There's
like
obviously
setting-
notable exceptions like Aki with Danmaku Dance, capable of dodging bullets, and Danmaku Dance is a really strong ability that pretty much never lets the user be surprised by any attack. It, word for word, says, cannot be surprised.
It's pretty good.
Very good.
It's basically Spider Sense.
Yeah, and one thing about tabletops too is that tabletops kind of have an advantage over certain verses, being that the abilities that we're looking at verbatim say what they do, and like have a specific wording for them.
Yeah, and
So,
like
if
specific
it's-
limit.
Yeah, like if a vampire ability says this makes you completely immune to damage, that means that theoretically it doesn't matter how strong of a fucking Kamehameha you're charging up. It
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
You're immune to it.
You're
It's
immune
immune to
damage.
all damage for that span of time.
Yeah, which makes it really strong. It's very potent hacks. Kind of going through Sophia, Aki, Hiroka. They don't win against Homelander, mostly because they don't have enough feats to show for it. However, there was a moment in during the Dark Witch fight where Sophia let out one final attack that one-shot the Phase 2 of Dark Witch, which would probably one-shot Homelander.
Probably would.
Probably would.
But
Guns in the system do like about 3 lethal.
Yeah.
guns in the system do varying damage. Depending
Yeah, like most of the weapons and stuff are based around like the actual mundane weapons are based around normal hunters and humans using them, and they're scaled as such. Like the fact that fists do 0 bashing like makes sense, but it kind of makes fists non-viable if you're like fighting anything else.
Yeah, if you're a regular human fighting anything else.
Which is why things like werewolves give like abilities like claws that give you lethal instead of giving you 0 bashing.
Princesses. There's one final princess, Kiara. This princess is way stronger than the rest.
Mhm.
She has several abilities that would mollywop Homelander. But I think first and foremost, the radiation gun.
Yes.
The radiation gun is real.
I don't think Homelander can tank direct radiation because it's radiation and more of a poison than anything.
It's like magic radiation.
It's like
But
magic
still
radiation. Yeah.
It's still a radiation gun.
And there's also the ability, Berserk, which I've explained this to Lemon and Yang. Cody, you get to hear it.
I think I've heard it before.
Maybe. Pretty much, it just lets Kiara outspeed, speed blitz anyone that she wants
Oh yeah.
in combat speed wise, which is nuts. That based on the wording, this is another mechanic wording thing. Based on that wording, Kiara could just fucking walk up to Superman and slap him across the face. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
because it removes all their defense.
It removes their defense at no cost, so it's just slap. How the fuck did you do that?
How did you do that? That's not supposed to work.
That didn't do any damage, but it got past me.
Yeah, it's like that didn't hurt, but you caught me
She
off
can
guard.
hit the Flash, and it's like, how? What?
What?
Yeah, start the Homelander fight right. Just freak him out a little bit.
Yeah. What? It's like
Come
I guess a lot of characters,
It's that
She
one
can't do
fucking.
enough
It's that
damage.
one Pecker clip with Pardoon.
it's just this image of her like slapping fucking Ranzo. It's like, ow, what? Huh?
Then up next, there's the MDA, Moonlit Detective Agency. They're a bunch of werewolves in the province.
So princesses can't beat Homelander in a death
Except
battle.
Kiara.
However, Kiara specifically can beat Homelander in a death battle.
Yeah,
Yes.
only Kiara.
To be fair, she's in the future, so
However,
like.
Need more time. They need more time.
You need more time to get
The Moonlit
skills.
Detectives are a bunch of werewolves. Pretty much the consensus for werewolves is that they're probably the most unstoppable of the supernaturals because of their insane regeneration. Which I don't believe Homelander can get past.
No.
And plus, werewolves have very acute senses to the point where they can look at fucking F1 cars full speed, blaze right past them.
And read the fucking plates easily.
Yeah, and perfectly recite the plates. I can't even do that with regular cars.
Me neither.
No.
I can't look at a car speed fast and see the plate and remember it. Mostly because I'm not really worried about it, but still. But also, werewolves have a thing called lunacy, which affects mundane beings.
Yeah, mundane beings. If they view them, they lose their
Receive them
mind.
and
Yeah, if they receive them.
yeah, which would really fuck up Homelander. He loses this mostly
Because of lunacy, yeah.
they aren't that strong in total, but they do have their regenerations. Sebastian, who was the Fey creature, we don't really have much on him. He probably maybe could pull something off with his.
Yeah, he can pull some shit out. It's just that he hasn't been able to show it off because it's mainly been a mystery. Like a lot of Sebastian is using firearms, but he can use other shit, and it's all enhanced by Fey magic. So
They are bullshit.
They are bullshit. They started on hack.
Going on. Then we have Shadowrun, or based specifically in this case, Camelot crew from
Shadowrun Happy Hour.
Shadowrun Happy Hour, just Shadowrun 5th edition. Really, there's not much to say about it.
I feel like Shadowrun is a well-known system, but nobody actually knows how fucking broken it is.
Yeah, like Shadowrun characters' natural speed and just like the physics of how the Shadowrun world works is so broken. It's insane.
It can perform a lot. It allows a lot of.
It can do a lot.
There's Lie. Like general feats from all of them. All of them are capable of lightning timing because they should all be somewhat at least comparable to each other reaction time wise.
Mm-hmm.
And Lie was capable of reacting to lightning like before they even made it to Aztec, before they even made it to fucking Cyber Mexico. And then it was reiterated in Tournament of Power whenever the 50 vs. Vivian fight happened.
You mean the
Casino Royale, not Tournament of Power.
Yeah, Tournament of Power is different.
Yeah, Casino Royale. Point is, though, they're all lightning timers. They massively outspeed him. If you want to get technical, Vivian, was a weird pull for a feat, is a character that has an entire hurricane spanning across the entire city of Sydney, Australia. Magic hurricane within her, which is like some Naruto shit, meaning that it would be like theoretically she would have the power to subjugate an entire city with a hurricane.
Yeah, there's also the fact that was she knocked out or was she? I think she was just knocked out, where the what's it called? The spirit came out.
Yeah.
Vivian isn't. Bonus round, Vivian. Yeah, she could probably beat Homelander.
She could. But that's just like really low end, because to be noted, to be honest, in Happy Hour Shadowrun, they don't have a whole lot of attack potency feats. They don't they don't have a whole lot of attack potency feats.
Yeah, like Tristan doesn't have like any attack potency feats. What he does have is a lot of speed feats.
Yeah, we all have a lot of speed feats.
That's mostly because of Shadowrun being insane.
But like with speed alone, they speed blitz, and all of them have their own sets of skill that allow them to fucking fuck up Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are skilled. Some of them have spirits, which they can utilize. Homelander
spirits, which are hugely jacked, and also Homelander's mundane as fuck.
He's mundane as shit. Which
the spirits
of course, whenever you bring magic into the equation, it kind of He's like, oh well, duh. Like magic is gonna kill him, but
spirits actually can manifest, and it would give them immunity to normal weapons, aka anything Homelander does.
Anything Homelander has, yeah.
Overall, everyone in Happy Hour pretty handily beats Homelander. We have
especially when Tristan has shit like Time Stop, which I'm assuming we're counting.
We're doing Nyx Tristan.
Yeah, Nyx Tristan.
Yeah, all of them have very impressive feats. It's just a lot.
Like Lie with his astral stages, especially Lie with his astral stages and Naimu. Like, yeah, it doesn't even need it. But like Naimu, all she has to do is just like Viscera web him, and then immediately just dies.
My
like,
favorite is that Naimu can turn him into goo.
I mean, she could, yeah. Naimu could just straight up turn Homelander into goo. And
There's a lot of characters, so we're just kind of say all of them under a blanket. They can be
Yeah.
pretty handily with varying levels of difficulty depending on. I'm gonna skip the Sengoku Hunters mostly because
they don't exist yet.
You don't exist yet.
yeah, but there's one that does job Homelander and the other that sadly doesn't win because he's normal. He's a normal person.
Yeah, Goemon. We love Goemon. Goemon, we love you. You're great.
And
But
we'll go past Starfinder because they just aren't making fire.
yeah, no, not yet.
Then there's Dead to Rights D2R, which is has a high power ceiling, and basically it's just a fucking home.
High power ceiling. Also, they're completely immortal.
They're completely immortal.
Well, here's the thing.
He actually,
People, Homelander could be argued that he could find he could accidentally find one of their what's it called, Destiny.
He's not. He ain't finding Birdias, let me tell ya. He ain't finding Birdias.
No, I mean, most of yours are pretty. I don't think you can do that accidentally.
that's the thing.
I mean,
it's
Florence.
specific.
Florence is probably the easiest to kill.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Florence also has perfect protection of her weakness.
She does. She does.
So
Yeah. Blair's also up there.
she is up there for discreetness because it's kind of hard to do players.
Yeah, but theoretically, someone can do it.
If they are able to, possibly. The point is that if in a death battle scenario, Homelander always loses because he can't kill him. These, put it simply, they're epitaphs, what we call them. They can only die in one specific way. And if it's not that specific way, then they don't.
It will not work.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln must be caught by surprise, being shot in the back of the head. And die.
Uh,
Or the famous example. The famous example started it all.
Spawned it.
Tupac must be killed by a drive-by.
You must die.
He can't die.
He cannot die. It doesn't matter if he's shot. It could be a kid on a tricycle with an M16. As long as it's technically a drive-by, then you can die.
Duh.
I love the Tupac explanation. It's perfect.
It's really if that was a manga explanation, it would be perfect.
Oh, and
Fucking Araki.
Even better, Tupac has abilities based on the fact
Based
that
on
he dies.
Yeah, he's
Five
a
powers.
rider class servant at that point.
he can summon cars that have or some shit. It'd probably be way more fucking intricate than that, but
Yeah.
You fuck Tupac turns into a fucking car.
in a death
Oh,
battle
no.
scenario, they always win. But in a knockout to win scenario against the
For the sake of this specific death battle, he just has to knock him out.
Yeah.
Which
He
even
can
still,
currently
he can't do.
it's hard to do.
It's hard for
varying
him.
levels of difficulty.
Yeah, because we kind of fought a Homelander character in session 2.
And they won, but also it's really up there. It's not Homelander, but it is Homelander. But
Yeah.
the point
Yeah.
is that it's varying levels of difficulty. Half of them lose, half of them win. Florence and Mary win because Florence can suffocate Homelander, therefore bypassing his nerd durability. And
Mary's just durable as shit, and she could outlast them.
Blair doesn't have a whole lot of damage, and same with Ferdia.
Yeah.
They are way smarter than him, and have way more battle IQ and combat applications. Going on, then there's Chronicles of Olympus, and Heroes of Olympus, kind of like a whole blanket. It is just kind of another take on the Percy Jackson story, following different characters going through similar events, similar / the same events. And just to put it simply,
Mollywop.
Literally.
Homelander calls himself a god. These guys are literally half
Actual.
god.
These are half god, and they mollywop so hard. It's not even funny.
Fucking hilarious.
Explain this by going through a little bit of the original and how they mollywop Homelander. Because these guys in total are
Guest starring Percy. We're guest starring Percy Jackson by by Rick Riordan.
Percy demolishes. There are like 3 characters that are comparable / stronger than Percy.
Mhm.
They demolish. Like a lot of characters just kind of solo. It's not even funny. Oh, and I just realized standard battle assumptions for this in the Homelander fight is standard battle assumptions, blah blah. But the characters that fight Homelander get knowledge of everything that he's done. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically, any character,
mindset.
You may think that seems unnecessary. No, that adds battle bonuses to some
That-
people.
does add battle bonuses.
yeah,
I mean, there are some people, Taro
with
Yamada,
morals.
who would be like, "Oh, dude, that's sick, hell yeah."
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Taro's
No,
like,
he'd think like that's fucking
That's true. That is
sloppy. You
true.
suck.
Taro is not that. Taro is not that.
Taro would be like, dude, that's lame. There's
Dude,
only
that's
one guy
cringe.
who knows that's
Dude,
cringe.
what you need to find is a nemesis. You need to find a nemesis.
Where's
And
your
then
Virgil,
you
man?
make
Where's
these,
your
like,
Virgil?
What the fuck's your virtual, bro? It's like, you're cringe.
But yeah, everyone has varying levels of difficulty in the Chronicles of Olympus verse. Most of them are
Most of
low
them.
difficulty.
Let's go down the list because it's funny.
Yeah, Danny, son of the god of the dead, can summon tank shells that have Minotaur horns on them.
Which
Can-
were able, which if it weren't for the Curse of Achilles, which makes the user invincible, would have killed Kronos.
Titan of time.
Titan of time.
It literally, like, he tried to stop it with time, and he just, like, shit, and it went right through.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much all of them, like, putting it simply,
Mhm.
just damage.
Yeah, Danny can erase people from existence. Talia uses shit tons of lightning. Maria has Jack Regeneration. It can target the mentality. Mac is like literally the fastest thing in
Faster than A-Train.
faster, way faster than he could
Way
run
fast.
circles around
He
A
ran-
Train.
Like Mac ran across the country in like the span of like half an hour.
Yeah, he ran across the entirety of the United States in about half an hour.
Probably
I mean-
less.
Probably less. That man breaks the sound barrier for fun. He's like, "Oh, it's dinner time already," and then breaks the sound barrier, getting back
He
home.
breaks the sound barrier as a warm up.
Yeah. Let's
That's
see.
a monster trio, though. That's kind of everyone else.
Ileana, using her eyes, is able to pinpoint his exact weaknesses and
he
can
can-
basically turn a basic knife stab.
But find his exact weakness, and she would find, oh well, he's just resistant everywhere, and then you just kill him anyways because he's just stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah, because also another thing with Liliana's reputation of arms, she can read her opponent and anticipate the next move to increase her defense, and it just keeps going infinitely.
So eventually, she's just untouchable.
Yeah,
Point is, Chronicles of Olympus in total, absolute mollywop. There's only certain characters that wouldn't win because they aren't combat types. However, if given the right like necessity, then they can no diff.
yeah. Like James is a child of Hephaestus. He's not
We're
exactly
going Sammy
combat.
species.
Oh yeah, Sammy. Sammy, not exactly combat focused, but she could build a weapon that could kill him instantly.
Homelander
Yes.
would die if he got hit with 38 fucking lethal. Like
Yeah.
fucking Alphaeonus did.
he'd fucking die. He'd be fucking obliterated.
Because can't Sammy like nuke all of Rhode Island?
Yes.
What?
Wasn't that one of the feats? Or was it Long Island?
I don't remember that feat.
Like doing enough damage that could like realistically just destroy all of Long Island.
Oh no, it's. I mean, like, yeah, you could do that, but it's more so just like the cannon that she made was able to carve a 20-mile canyon.
Yeah.
It lit 20-mile canyon into the compressed solid ice of a glacier. Moving on, there's Monster of the Week, which is a Monster of the Week. I don't remember what the original.
If people know tabletop, they know Monster of the Week.
Yeah, Monster of the
but
Week. Also known as Shady Witch Hunter.
what they probably wouldn't know is that Monster of the Week's power ceiling
Deceptively
is
strong.
deceptively high.
Like it is described as like such a low powered like monster of the week. Hey, you're hunting monsters. You're low powered.
just normal people,
You
and
have a skateboard.
you're normal
and a
people, and on the off chance maybe you're like some sort of supernatural
like a
creature.
ghost.
But even then, you're like fucking really weak, and you can constantly fail rolls.
Yeah. Shady Woods is very strong. Deceptively.
They have a lot of potential. Sergey is just a normal Russian guy with a shotgun.
However,
but
made a contract
No.
with Ghost that is capable of performing the feat of within a minute killing an entire small town's worth of aliens.
of like body snatcher aliens.
Body snatchers of people.
Yeah, of people, yeah.
Killing an entire town's worth of infected people in less than a minute.
Yeah. And all of this like basically framed in the mindset of like a what's it called? A Chainsaw Man contract.
Yeah.
There's a very important thing we need to mention about fighting Homelander, and that's his laser eyes.
Yeah.
They probably do a lot of damage, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been taking that into account.
Yeah.
we have seen like some soups like take it pretty well, which
Yeah,
means
like-
it's not
like
that much damage.
Stormfront got her chest burned just a little bit. It was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Which means it's not that much damage, and like these characters have taken more than that for sure.
Yeah.
In Shadowrun specifically, there are laser weapons which, like you guys, which Shadowrunners can't get shot by and would probably take it fine.
They have been shot by it.
Yeah.
It's
Mark Phillips has a lot of potential. He can't do it yet. Sergey can't do it, but if he gets more tapes his contract, Mark
Yeah.
Phillips is a character that has potential.
So you guys could fucking get tapes to fondle Homelander's balls, probably.
yeah.
Alex is a
Tape.
ghost, but not only just a ghost, a magic ghost capable of
Entropy bombs.
Entropy bombs as well as infinite speed.
Theoretically, because he's not affected by friction and therefore would have
Theoretically, infinite speed.
acceleration. It would have theoretically infinitely growing acceleration without any stop because there's no friction. And then there's a character that was introduced recently, Adriel.
An actual angel.
An actual angel.
But back to Alex real quick. Laser eyes wouldn't work on him because they're not like
That's right.
they are not either magical or physical damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they won't.
Homelander's fist flying at him and punching him, that would work.
That would work. However, Alex does have a thing where he is literally immortal. Like not like an epitaph style immortal where he can get KO'd. No, he's just actually immortal. That's the power.
Yes,
It's
he
the
goes.
power he has.
He can only be killed by his weakness.
Yes. Which I don't know. I don't remember what that is.
Oh.
Salt.
Salt. Yeah.
So he's got to avoid the gamers.
Homelander like cried on him maybe.
Right on
Adriel,
him.
actual angel, feats in just one session include infinite speed by just being able to go anywhere, instantaneously moving into places that she's been previously. And she's been around, put it simply. Homelander can never touch her by that, and a whole lot of other stuff that just kind of stacks up. She hasn't really shown up a whole lot, but
He's only shown up once.
it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Moving on, there's Laughingstock, which is she's funny.
She's a
Oh, she's
D&D
like
character.
My
D&D
best
character.
girl. Great. Look like having stuff. She's great.
She jobs.
Jobs.
Man,
Literal future sight.
literal future sight, dimensional travel,
Become giant.
can become large.
I'd say like fucking laser eyes are basically what's it called?
He considered a fire damage.
Yeah, fire damage. No, what's it called?
Mm,
That one spell, the ones that are just shoot fire lasers.
Scorching ray,
Scorching ray. I'd say it's basically a scorching ray.
kinda.
A very important thing for D&D characters, especially spellcasters, they can get a spell called Absorb Elements.
Yep.
Which
And
would
others.
probably work on laser eyes.
Yeah, Davcool can straight up catch the Catch the laser eyes.
And
It's fine.
shoot him back at him 10 times worse.
Moving on. There's Argyle, which is what we're doing today.
Mm-hmm.
Basically Ruby tabletop, but like different.
The
Yeah.
same vein. It's like the same vein as Chronicles of Olympus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything. The names, like the names, are the same with added elements, but for the most part, it's a completely
Yeah,
separate.
like,
The
and also like with Chronicles of Olympus and Heroes of Olympus, you guys are way stronger than the base show, or like book base media.
in total.
Yeah,
However, at absolute minimum, we would be comparable to them, and I
Yeah.
believe they can beat Homelander. There's obviously certain levels of difficulty. Reese Dowie have a way easier time than Lace, who probably doesn't win.
yeah. Lace does not win because he's non-combative.
Unless
Well,
he
he's
learns how to fucking use his powers.
I mean, he is combative, but I don't think his powers would work.
Yeah, no, he's
against
certainly
Homelander.
combative. He's certainly combative. However, he is not a frontline fighter.
His specific combat doesn't work against an opponent that can fly, shoot laser, and has super strength.
Well, no, it's not even that, because his fucking webs have feats. With his webs, he was capable of holding back an entire cavern from collapsing for a little bit.
That is
Yes.
true.
Which, if we remember caverns collapsing on someone, that stopped him for a moment. But Lace, it's just that Lace doesn't have a whole lot of big damage. Is really what you need.
Yeah.
Now everyone else on Team Argyle is a different story.
But Lace eventually will get strong enough
Mm-hmm.
to like just offset like him being a support type, and where he just kind of like bungee jumps and Homelander's torso comes off.
So very,
Yeah.
very, very important part about these characters are they have aura, which is like basically a force field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know Ruby, then you would know. It's pretty much just like stop damage. But yeah, the other team that we're doing are a much more balanced combat team
Yeah.
because they don't have like clear support members like Paul and Lace, but they win with a little less it's a little more difficult for them because they are lower level and less difficult.
So there's one thing I wanted to check with Cyrus. Since Retrini is like fire or whatever, do you think Cyrus could like make his eyes burn up, or to, like extinguish his eye lasers as he's doing them?
It's possible.
Maybe
Because he has very good manipulation of his dust. It is possible.
that's possible, and that'd be fucked
Dayton,
up
Dayton cannot negate his what's it called?
because his ability is specifically against something.
But his capabilities are he's very skilled, as we've seen. He's capable of a lot. So
Dayton is skilled, although
he
his
just has
semblance
a lot
does not
of
work.
he just has a lot of difficulty because he's just fighting him like he's basically just running up at him with like Jetstream Sam because he has no powers.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't show this, but she has more skill with gravity dust or like forces dust than she does with acid dust. So she can just compress Homelander in the gravity well.
In total, though, they all do with varying levels of difficulty.
Mhm.
Then here's very niche. We once did a God Eater tabletop.
We did.
Very
God Eater.
No, it wasn't God Eater. It was
It was God Eater.
It was God Eater.
We've done Scarlet Nexus.
Oh
and-
yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of Scarlet Nexus.
But they put it simply, they all wash.
God
it's really
Eater's
hard-
power level is huge.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. It's more of like a if you know, you know, because God Eater's power level is pretty heavy. It's pretty hard. They have a lot of really good hacks. Moving past that, we have our kind of like the frontliners almost for like not really the frontliners, but they're the first ones that we actually did this for, where they're kind of like our historical Chronicles of Darkness characters, which are the Red Knights, the Round Table, pretty much just our interpretation of the King Arthur, the Web to Arthur story,
Mhm.
in a tabletop format. And currently, they're all just like humans, stronger than average human, way stronger than average human. but there are varying levels of like what ifs and blah blah blah. Two characters, which are Yvain and Gareth, obviously based off of Dwayne and Gareth, which don't win because they're regular humans. There are specific prereqs that you could give them that would cause them to win, but besides that,
As they are right now, they don't have any chance.
Yeah.
because they're just regular medieval humans.
Regular ass people.
Not regular. They aren't
Oh yeah.
by any means.
No.
But they are. They're like they don't. It doesn't help them much.
Yeah.
And then there's Merlin and Artoria. Obviously, Merlin and King Arthur. Merlin is not really a combative type. If she had prep time, she could pull some of the
If she had prep time and if she had a certain drugs, she's like Batman. If she had prep time and drugs, she could get like fucking blood of the cobra up and like athletic athleticism and probably maybe do something. The only problem is she doesn't have any weapon that would help against this scenario.
I mean, I'm sure if you just like wield a weapon and you're just like insanely strong, it'll still work.
I don't know.
But yeah, she would require prep time. It's kind of hard to say. Artoria has several layers of abilities that can one-shot. There's 2 layers of abilities that could one-shot. Homelander, taking from Fate. There's the Excaliblast and Gift from Merlin, which lets you move faster. Which is kind of like Kiara's Speed Axe from earlier, but way more potent. The way she moves is like it's so fast that to her you're pretty much just like a paralyzed target.
Yeah.
Like that's how fast she is compared to you. But even without it, with Excalibur, she more than likely wins with some levels of difficulty. Why are we playing this music?
Yeah, right. As soon as it came out, I was like, Yank did this.
Yank have an addiction.
I do.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
this isn't even a Homelander discussion video. This is an intervention.
We have
Can Rand speed Homelander?
Yes.
Red Speed Homelander.
For
It's
sure.
not a contest.
Yeah, easy.
Easy.
He just needs to grind for a bit.
That doesn't need to grind for that long. By the time he gets chaos, he jobs.
Yeah. If it can kill the Demon King, it can kill Homelander.
Yep.
We also have Persona tabletop. What? They don't win.
Not yet.
General synopsis. Revelations Persona. Imagine that with mirrors. Like, it's like it's more. It takes more after Revelations Persona 1 than
They also have more Persona 5, Persona 4 E,
Yeah.
Persona 3 E.
It's like a mix of the modern Persona games and Persona. Completely kicking Persona 2 to the curb like Atlas normally does.
Just like
Hey, I'm not kicking Persona. Well, actually, I am. Technically, I'm kicking Persona 2 to the curb to instead take in Out of the Rain Persona 1, which I don't think anyone's ever done.
It's like it's like a telltale choice of like save Persona 2, save Persona 1.
Persona 2 will not remember that because it's already dead.
That was the only way.
In total, they don't have a whole lot of feats. Versus Wiki would tell you that they're outerversal.
No.
Versus Wiki.
which right, they're like level fucking. They're like around level 10, level 20 right about now, so not really.
No. Versus Wiki would tell you they're insanely strong because they're Persona users, like even at early game. But listen.
Yeah, not currently.
Take the versus drugs in the back alley.
Don't listen to the versus wiki.
Winners don't do versus Wiki.
However, it is to be noted, while they can't win now, they do have certain abilities that like really give them an edge.
Yeah.
Currently, like Ishii has nuke powers, which again is fucking radiation.
Yeah. It's like
Magic radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If Mizuki, who has resistance to fire, if the heat vision is actually fire damage, then she doesn't take much damage from it.
She takes half damage.
And plus, she has buff abilities to make herself stronger.
Yeah, and like while they can't beat him now, by virtue of being Persona characters, by the end game they should be able to do that
They
easily.
can beat him eventually.
Yeah,
They can beat him eventually, and boy, when they beat him,
it's gonna be funny.
It might be like harsh because of how much of a stomp it is.
I did propose like a sudden death super boss round where fucking in the mirrored world Homelander awakens to his like shadow.
Ransom.
It was Persona. Yeah, and we said it was Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus. Knowing Homelander, it'd probably be like his shadow that'd show up. However, if we assume Homelander like fucking beats his shadow and accepts his shadow self, it gets a persona.
You fucking would.
He
That's
accepts
true.
himself.
But then he becomes a good person.
No.
No,
He's-
you can be. He's like Strega, you know.
We might. Do we consider Adachi a good person because
It is, yeah, it's like Adachi. Adachi isn't a good.
Adachi didn't get his shadow. It was given to him.
Yeah, but like he can do that, Homelander.
Adachi is like way less like bad than Homelander.
Yeah.
It's
Yet
still pretty bad.
he way less, still pretty bad, but way less.
Adachi doesn't rape women. He just kills them.
Yeah, he
Just
just
kills
kills
them.
them.
like a real baller.
Bitches and whores.
Like a real Sigma.
Akechi though, Akechi is pretty bad. He's not that bad,
Yeah.
but he's pretty bad.
Akechi was bad.
Yeah,
Still though, if we assume Akechi and
Still not
Adachi can
a
get
rapist.
personas, then Homelander can get a persona, and then the fight becomes interesting.
Well, no, all of them are getting. It's him.
It's a,
Alright, let's finish up.
Hello.
Hello.
It isn't late nor is it early. You're right, precisely when he means to.
That's it. We'll finish up quickly then.
Part 2.
part 2 coming
We're
soon.
almost done though.
Alright, who?
Maybe.
We made it to Persona.
Oh, is this the Homelander versus everyone
This is
thing?
the Homelander versus everyone thing.
Okay.
We didn't even need to finish like Olympus. It's like it's so much. We didn't even finish because Shadow kicked his ass.
Part 2 then, I guess.
Yeah.
That way we're not gimping the other characters' explanations.
Yeah. And hold on.
Next time.
Next time on the
The battle.
Death battle. It's just like a fucking.
Are we back in them?
It's just like a fucking like shiny next, and it's just fucking what's a funny character? Rufus.
If Rufus.
It's
Let's do this, Leroy.
juice and jam time.
It's
just
just
like-
damn.
Looks like Reina is a brunette.
Bing choo.
Naoto and
Usually.
Mayumi from the critically acclaimed series Sugar Blossom. By the end of the last time we saw them,
In the
they
future, campaigns will be randomly generated.
That's it. That's what it is.
Randomly generated.
Randomly
They
generated.
fought alongside Dude Bro.
They
And,
did.
While they aren't as strong as them, they actually held their own pretty solid.
Where now turn Mayumi and fucking Argyle, Katie? Where are they?
Or where are they?
Where are they?
Where? Or
Yeah,
like?
where
I
are
mean,
they?
I can't tell you. I know where they are.
Why are you fucking talking about this? This has nothing to do with Homeland.
It has nothing to do with them.
Anyways,
You
Homelander.
recording?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're pretty strong. They're absolutely stronger than level 7 Dude Bro, who are obviously lightning timers.
Mhm.
Are they faster than them? Maybe combat speed wise, but probably reaction speed as well. But we don't really know how strong they are, but they are much stronger than Valcon, and they're stronger. They hold their own amongst the Doom Vault part. Plus, Naoto has some anti-fire hacks, so.
Yeah,
Anyways, they dog the shit out of Homelander.
absolutely.
Yeah, whose first action in combat is always laser.
Laser and then Nacho would heal and be like, ah, fuck you, and slices and stuff.
Look, because canonically, Mayumi once fucking punched an Aboleth.
She did do that.
Yeah, she did do that.
So that's pretty impressive. That's way better than anything. But yeah, they dog. Like, no contest. Afterwards, SAO, Sword Art Online. We have a Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Carly and Hikaru.
Speaking of, the anniversary was a little bit ago.
Was
Yeah.
it?
The beta test ended a little bit ago.
Oh yeah, that, yeah.
Literally, only one guy in the server can dual wield. What the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
What the
that,
shit?
that one guy min-maxed agility, now he can do it. What about that guy with the axes, huh?
Yeah, what about that back?
That background guy with the axes who started
Background
slashing Kirito. Kirito killed that guy, by the way. He
He
killed that
did.
guy and took his dual wielding ability.
And now no one will ever have that ability ever again.
Never. Because they need to kill Kirito to get it.
Means he murdered that man.
That's the weird thing with fucking. Anyways, we'll talk about fucking.
Yeah.
We'll talk about plot contrivances in anime that take place in a game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Another time.
Another.
They suck.
They do suck ass.
They are.
They're pretty strong. They're level 5 D&D characters, but they aren't really experienced. They don't really have any feats at all. That are
No.
They fought boars.
They're strong, but they'll beat the shit out of Homelander eventually, though. Bless. That one.
Thank you.
Like,
That was-
when you can make a convincing argument that Gareth can beat the SAO party, that's an issue.
Yeah.
I did that, by the way.
Yes.
Links in the description below for that discussion.
Lost media.
I lied, by the way. After that, the Candlekeep interns. They're interns at the Library of Candlekeep, which is our continuity, a time skip version of the world that Gold Passion were in. It's all D&D.
Yeah.
Put it simply, they're level 11 D&D characters, all for spellcasting.
Which means they win.
You win.
They win.
Except for Kirk.
Hold on. Let me pull up Kirk's sheet a second, and let me see.
He's objectively a pacifist.
He is a
pacifist. However, bloodlust.
Bloodlust.
Are we giving him the bloodlust affinity?
I
Bloodlust
mean,
to Kirk.
just for fun.
Kirk, bloodlust Kirk.
Well, here's the thing.
Bloodlust.
He can hold monster, right?
Homelander's a monster, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he can put him in a watery sphere and drown him.
Is watery sphere a concentration spell?
Shit.
Oop. This also means that Kirk can be defeated by the P.
The peak.
Investiture of wind. You have that at least.
He does, but
You can blow.
yeah, Kirk can't do it. He can't do it.
Can't do it. He doesn't have combat.
The only intern that can't beat his ass is the pacifist. Outstanding.
Which, I mean, really just bodes well for the library boys.
Shasta and Parsnip are more DPS. Parsnip has fungal and infections and diseases, so Homelander gets
Any movement Homelander makes, his lungs are being filled by parasitic fungus.
Shasta is just your classic evocation mage.
He's also got the scaled one armor that can resist Homelander.
Magic armor and a sword from a god or something. Blake is a
Jesus.
bear. Blake is a bear.
He is in fact Snake Jesus.
After that, hey, y'all know Scarlet Nexus? Y'all play Scarlet Nexus? How many kids in here?
No one actually played Scarlet Nexus except us, Mike. You know this.
Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Isn't there anyone out there that played Scarlet Nexus?
Look.
We played it.
Yeah, if I look up Scarlet Nexus tabletop, ours is surprisingly not the first one.
What?
What?
What in the goddamn?
Oh, has someone done it?
What in the sand? Oh,
No, because nothing comes up.
uh,
What
it's a Scarlet Nexus before you buy in the 0 punctuation Scarlet Nexus.
Thank you, Yahtzee.
Well, you know what that means. We're still frontliners. Woo! We could be the next best thing.
The next big thing.
We could be that guy. Anyways, Scarlet Nexus, they just have psychic powers. They're based off of deviants. So one of them has precognition and can repeat a scenario once, and it was with the excuse that I just envisioned that. So they have 2 tries at any given encounter. So that I think that alone just kind of seals the deal. One of them controls literal light, so they have a lightsaber. Her name's Tomoe. That one, the first one was Catherine. If Homelander's heat vision is light, which it isn't, but if it was light, then she could just job that. Instead, she just jobs it. And then finally, there's the last one, whose name is Aiden. He has possess people by taking over their brains.
Yeah, he can toss his brain like a basketball into somebody else's and take them over.
Yeah, and then he donuts himself or something.
Yeah.
By donuts himself, I mean donuts.
He just goes cross-eyed and and just like and lasers through his own mind. Eyes roll into the back of your head.
That's a good way of doing it.
Oh damn! They're adding Gojo to Jump Force.
They are.
Jump Force is dead though.
It's dead.
Jump Force is alive?
Jump Force DLC 3 season reveal trailer. Oh, this is a year ago.
Baited.
Jump Force is fucking dead. They literally shut it down.
Baited. Dumbass.
Why are you so mean? Look at how convincing it is. It's Gojo and the shitty Jump Force.
Oh, really?
Look how convincing it is.
Why can't they just give Jump Force the fucking Arxis, man? Why can't they just give every fighting game in the universe to Arxis?
Why can't they? Why can't they? Really? Like realistically, I mean, like realistically, there's not that many people. They can only work on so many projects. However, give them more money.
Give them all the money.
Give them all of the money.
Or just let them make the One Piece fighting game. That's all I need.
Please,
we're begging you.
Please, we need a One Piece fighting game that isn't a 3D fighter.
Shut the fuck up. This has nothing to do with Homelander.
It doesn't. You're right. Other than Luffy can beat his ass easy.
Oh, Luffy can destroy his ass.
Luffy beats the shit out of him. Anyways, up next, Soul Eater Tabletop. We are the only guys who did that too.
Only ones who did that, yeah.
We might not be for long. You don't know.
You don't know.
We're the only ones that posted.
Yeah, there was that one guy who was like, "Hey, can I have this?"
And then he never replied.
Who knows? He's already constructed a campaign.
He's in the works. He went the Critical Role with it. We're fucked. Matt Mercer's gonna show us up.
Matt Mercer.
Damn it, Matt Mercer.
He's snitching to Matt right as we speak.
Oh, Homelander gets fucked.
Yeah.
All of the... What's it called?
He's a solid match, like, normally, but once they use Soul Resonance...
Yeah, once Soul Resonance comes into play, it's over.
Game over. Especially Raiden.
Really at the very beginning of the series, so it's like a solid match currently, but whenever Soul Resonance comes in.
Also, especially Raiden and Carlos, they just fucking evaporate them.
That one has flames that hurt more if you're bad.
And Homelander's fucking evil, so...
After that is Heir to Passion, which is like the sequel to Gold Passion. And they I probably should give more in-depth explanations.
Yeah.
Point is, 300 years after the Gold Passion era ends, these schmucks come into play. They're basically like next generation Avengers. They are not as strong as the Avengers, but are still really strong, like in their verse currently. And it's really whip the game. That makes Lay old Hulk. You guys know you guys know that like new Avengers cartoon where you had like the son of Captain America,
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
daughter of Thor, and old Hulk was there.
old Hulk.
That was good.
But I don't know. That's
Anyways, they should I say their names?
Might as
nah.
well.
For what?
Lay, Zahn, Alaric, Lucille. That's their names.
Yeah.
Olivia, June, Max, Emil. They are the trio that make up the Arcadia United team. I had to remember the name.
They're
Currently-
Shadow Runners, so they fucking destroy.
No, they don't.
Not currently.
No, they don't.
They will
Yeah.
though.
All Max can do is hit Homelander with a car, which we know for sure does not work.
Max can run faster than them though, just because by the fucking pieces of being a Shadow Runner.
Yeah. I will say, Mike, you're a way better explainer at this than any of us are.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, why?
That was honestly the first thing that came to my mind.
That was the first thing that came to your mind.
I apologize.
Reflexively, I just wanted to say that. Afterwards, we have Margaret Cross, Will/Phil, Calvinius Ford, and Chiron, the vampire. These are the crew that make up the Titanic gang. They
Yes,
were on the Titanic, which is a whole plot line within Monster. The crew have an assortment of feats, such as Phil being able to pick up a whale-sized tentacle.
Phil is the demon inside of Will.
Sometimes I'm not in control. Sometimes there.
Someone, this is a certified animal I have become by 3 days grace moment. This is a certified monster by skillet moment.
I would like to mention, if this video gains traction for whatever reason, somehow, through the grace of whatever, and anyone decides to watch one thing that we do, watch the Titanic thing. It's great.
Watch
Short,
the
it's great.
Titanic.
It's amazing. I think it's one of,
shucks.
I think it's one of our
It's
best
beautiful.
work.
It was
Lemon's best
fantastic.
work. I mean, because Lemon did an amazing job.
Oh,
You-
shucks, guys.
You're breathtaking, Lemon.
That's adorable. That's sweet. It makes
Please
me
stroke my dick off harder, please.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll continue.
Get over here.
Over here.
Oh god.
Stuck on the tip now. Yeah, Phil has the feat of lifting up a whale-sized tentacle. Chiron should be comparable to him because their stats are nigh identical, and they are the same class.
And also, one's a demon possessed human, and one is a human possessed by the innate love of Dracula himself.
In
Vampire.
other words, vampire.
Yeah.
I don't know why you had to say it like that.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of gay.
yeah, because it is.
Yeah.
It is objectively
Extremely gay.
homosexual, yes.
No, it's
Chiron has admitted
Anyways.
having feelings with Dracula, yes.
Margaret, who is able to kick smokestacks off of the Titanic and lands on tentacles. From
Can we get a calc on this, by the way? Can we get how
Yeah, can
how
we
heavy
get a-
were those
How
smokestacks?
heavy were smokestacks, and how much fucking force would she have to exert behind her foot in order for it to kick it off and then land on the fucking... Also, she survived jumping in boiling hot water from a boiler room being flooded by...
So 60 tons. They were 60 tons each. She can basically parry 60 tons of raw metal.
And Calvinius Ford is with shield magic is capable of holding back like 14 million long tons of water. Some
Yeah.
bullshit. Like
That one's an objective feat right there.
Yeah, Calvinius is. Calvinius has just the Bari Bari to me. It's-
He does.
They don't win against Homelander. Most
They
of
don't.
them have
They don't, but they do kick his ass.
They do.
They beat his ass, but they don't win. He has way more variety than they do. Flight is very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whenever you
No one
get
here
some-
knows flight.
If it were possible, if it were possible for them to get stronger, then maybe, but not currently.
I don't have to explain these guys. We of course have Jingle Muffin, Rufus Goodchild, and Santa's Helper.
Oh yeah,
As the
The
Santa
We
Santa
know they're
Slayers.
They
Okay.
are Santa Slayers. It's literally one session.
It is one session. Watch that
Kill
too.
Santa.
it's
They
one
killed
session.
Santa.
The legendary Santa killers.
The Santa Slayers. They have
The
feats
naughty and
such
nice
as-
energy.
They have feats such as killing all of Santa's reindeer, fighting back the ghosts of a eventual future or something, and
Ghost of Christmas past,
past.
future, and yet to come.
and also the final feat of going toe to toe with Santa, the progenitor of naughty and nice himself.
Who runs every fucking conspiracy theory ever?
Who is the Illuminati?
He
Yes.
is the Illuminati and also killed 13% of the human population within a year.
Yes.
And also had doppelganger jutsu.
Yeah.
Through the power of naughty and nice.
Santa was literally controlling everything from the very beginning, which means that he orchestrated everything. He is the reason why 9/11 happened.
He
Santa
killed.
did-
He killed Julius Caesar. He was one of the knives.
He killed Julius Caesar.
Santa killed
All
JFK.
the elves made all the knives.
Santa
Final-
killed MLK.
In our current list of characters,
He totally did too.
Yeah.
in our current list of characters. What are you doing?
What's
Shadow's wiping something off his nose. It looks funny. In our current list of characters, these are the final characters. We have other characters coming soon. We do a lot of this shit. The Splintered Heart Gang. They are Nicola Watts, Matron Karen,
I think it's
Ada
Karen.
Maru, and Ken Sinclair. They are more Shadowrunners. Yay!
Yay.
They don't have a whole lot of feats yet. However, DM perspective, I think they win pretty high difficulty. Like so, they have individual like feats and hacks such as most of them being capable of casting Shadowrun magic, which is pretty varied and pretty strong.
Yeah.
One of them has a sword or a mana. Has a spell called Mana Blade, which lets him just kind of cut through anything that isn't objects. It isn't like non-living. One of them has Genjutsu from Naruto and summons from Naruto.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Naruto from Naruto.
And Naruto.
One of them has a bow and arrow and fire. And
More
last-
effective than you think.
more effective than you think. Last one is has a gun. I know it doesn't sound impressive, but I can assure you, the guns in Shadowrun are stronger than the guns that you see in real life.
Yes.
They have to be, otherwise.
And
this-
even if that doesn't work, she just uses high frequency blade over here.
she
Yeah.
does have vibro swords.
He does.
Weirdly enough, they have less AP than Katana.
Ha!
But currently they win at like very high difficulty.
Hmm.
They also should be able to dodge Gauss rifle fire.
Yeah, there's one of them because they're all comparable to each other reaction time wise. Because they're pretty similarly powered right now. And in a solo session, Ken Sinclair was capable of dodging, fire from a Gauss rifle from like 10 feet in front of him, or something. I don't know, man. Fucking distance and shit. You can't really calc tabletop. It's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you can, but like it's like more scaling.
We ain't doing that right now.
They win against Homelander. It's hard to do. And that's about it. Homelander is strong, but he's not that strong.
He's just strong for humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, for base.
It really works out.
It do.
He's the strongest in his burst, so it requires a lot of effort to fuck him up.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it
Buy our shirts.
buy our
What
shirts.
shirts? I mean, Lemon, are you doing merchandising deals now?
Oh
Where's my
fuck
money?
yeah! I'm taking all the money
Where's my
back,
money?
guys.
Where's my money?
I've been embezzling our funds. Sorry, guys.
Where's my money?
Motherfucker, where's my cut?
Where's my cut,
You get
bastard?
no cut. I've been embezzling all
I
of
got-
it. I'm good
I
at
got
it.
commissions.
You
I got fucking
motherfucker.
commissions, that motherfucker.
These commissions take a lot of money, you know.
You,
I know. I never bought any of them.
you know how much money that Ileana commission got was?
I didn't know, but I mean, probably wasn't. I mean, it's probably a lot. Probably not as much as Rand's so fun.
Yeah, Lemon's kind of got us beat.
Yeah, I kind of do. I spent $100 utilities, so like, yeah, fuck off.
I spent $100 for
You think?
our family.
I will take your throne.